The opening round of the 2026 Masters tournament delivered a mix of history, difficulty, and debate at Augusta National Golf Club. While the leaderboard was already beginning to take shape, much of the attention shifted away from active competitors and toward one of the sport's most recognizable figures, Phil Mickelson. Although Mickelson was not present at Augusta this year after withdrawing from the tournament due to a family health matter, his voice still carried weight across the golf world. The three-time Masters champion took to social media to express frustration over recent changes to Augusta National's famous par 5 holes, sparking renewed discussion about whether longer course setups are truly improving the championship. A course playing tougher than ever. The first round of the 2026 Masters confirmed what many players already suspected: Augusta National is becoming increasingly difficult, particularly on its iconic par 5 holes. One of the most talked about examples was Firethorn, a hole that has long been known for producing dramatic swings in momentum. This year, it played at a scoring average above 5.10, making it tougher than several of the course's traditionally demanding par 4s. In fact, it registered as one of the most difficult opening round performances for that hole in Masters history. The punishment was evident across the field. Multiple players found themselves in serious trouble on Firethorn, including 3 golfers who each recorded quadruple bogey 9s in the same round. That level of scoring volatility on a par 5 is rare, even by Augusta standards. The last time the hole produced such widespread disaster in a single round dates back decades, highlighting just how unusual the conditions were. Par 5 drama turns into damage. Augusta National's par 5s have traditionally been the heart of Masters excitement. Holes like Firethorn and Azalea have historically offered scoring opportunities that reward bold play and create dramatic swings on the leaderboard. However, recent modifications to the course have changed that dynamic significantly. Since lengthening adjustments were introduced in recent years, scoring trends have shifted dramatically. Before the changes, eagle rates on Firethorn regularly ranged between 10 and 15%. Players could realistically reach the green in 2 and create scoring chances that energized both competitors and spectators, but after the modifications, those opportunities have sharply declined. Eagle frequency has been cut in half, and in some recent tournaments, there have been rounds where no eagles were recorded at all. Azalea has followed a similar trend. Once considered one of the most attackable holes on the course, it now plays significantly longer and more demanding. Birdie rates have dropped noticeably, and the percentage of players reaching the green in 2 has become much smaller. These statistical shifts have had a visible impact on how the back 9 of Augusta National plays. Instead of producing aggressive scoring runs and momentum swings, the closing stretch is increasingly defined by caution, survival, and avoiding mistakes. Mickelson's criticism from afar. Even though he was not competing in the 2026 Masters, Phil Mickelson did not stay silent on the issue. The veteran golfer shared his thoughts on social media, reacting to the challenging conditions and broader design direction of Augusta's par 5 holes. Mickelson argued that increasing length does not always improve the quality of golf or enhance excitement. In his view, some of the changes have reduced the entertainment value of the tournament's most important stretch, the back 9 on Sunday. That he suggested that removing reachable scoring opportunities has taken away some of the suspense that once defined the Masters. According to Mickelson, the excitement generated by risk-reward decisions is a crucial part of what makes Augusta National special. His comments quickly gained attention online, spreading widely among golf fans and analysts who have long debated the direction modern golf course design is taking. A familiar debate in modern golf. Mickelson is far from the only professional to question recent changes at Augusta National. Over the past several years, multiple top players have expressed similar concerns about course lengthening and its impact on strategy. Players such as Xander Schauffele have previously noted that it is important for Augusta to retain holes that can still be reached in 2 shots. Others, including Bubba Watson, have questioned whether lengthening certain holes truly restores excitement or simply removes strategic variety. Brooks Koepka has also weighed in on the topic in the past, highlighting how changes to hole layouts force players into increasingly narrow strategic choices off the tee. The shared concern among many professionals is not necessarily that the course is becoming too difficult, but that it may be losing some of the creative decision-making that once defined Masters golf. The role of par 5s in Masters history. Historically, Augusta National's par 5 holes have played a defining role in shaping Masters champions. These holes have produced some of the most iconic moments in golf history, where aggressive play has been rewarded and tournaments have swung dramatically in a matter of minutes. from legendary eagles to rare double eagles, the par 5s have consistently delivered moments that remain etched in Masters history. For example, Gene Sarazen's famous double eagle on Firethorn in 1935 is still remembered as one of the most transformative shots in the history of the sport. Decades later, Jack Nicklaus delivered a remarkable eagle on the same hole during his legendary 1986 victory at the age of 46, a moment that helped define one of golf's greatest final round performances. Phil Mickelson himself has also contributed to that legacy, famously using aggressive play on Firethorn during his 2010 Masters win to position himself for a third green jacket. These moments are not just highlights, they are foundational to the identity of Augusta National and the Masters tournament itself. Changing strategy and reduced aggression. With recent course changes, however, the strategic landscape has shifted. Fewer players are attempting aggressive shots into par 5 greens, and more are playing conservatively to avoid disaster. Statistical trends reflect this change clearly. In recent seasons, the percentage of players posting under par scores on Augusta's par 5s has fluctuated, but the overall sense among competitors is that birdie and eagle opportunities are becoming less frequent. This shift has altered how tournaments unfold. Instead of seeing dramatic surges on the back nine, leaderboards are more stable, with fewer momentum swings and less volatility. In the opening round of 2026, only a small number of players successfully attacked par 5s in 2 shots, reinforcing the idea that risk-taking is becoming less rewarding than before. Augusta's intent, challenge versus entertainment. From Augusta National's perspective, the changes are intentional. The club has gradually adjusted its layout over time in response to advances in modern equipment and player distance. As golfers continue to hit the ball farther than previous generations, the course has responded by extending certain holes and tightening scoring opportunities. The goal is to preserve the challenge that defines the Masters as one of the most difficult tournaments in golf. However, this approach creates an ongoing tension between difficulty and entertainment. While tougher conditions test the world's best players more rigorously, they can also reduce the frequency of the dramatic, risk-reward moments that fans love most. The debate ultimately centers on whether greatness in golf is best measured by difficulty alone, or by the balance between challenge and opportunity. A tournament still defined by tradition. Despite the controversy, Augusta National remains one of the most respected and carefully maintained courses in the world. Every adjustment is made with a long-term vision of preserving the integrity of the Masters, yet as Mickelson's comments highlight, even the most traditional institutions are not immune to criticism in a modern era where equipment, analytics, and athletic performance continue to evolve rapidly. The conversation sparked by his remarks is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. As long as changes continue to affect scoring dynamics and course strategy, players and fans alike will continue debating whether Augusta is becoming better, or simply harder. Conclusion. Phil Mickelson's criticism of Augusta National's evolving par 5 setup adds another layer to an already intense Masters narrative. Even in his absence, his perspective has reignited a long-standing debate about the direction of championship golf. While Augusta National continues to prioritize challenge and tradition, many players believe that preserving risk-reward excitement is equally important. The 2026 Masters has once again highlighted that delicate balance. In the end, the question remains unresolved: should Augusta National be designed primarily to punish mistakes, or to reward boldness under pressure? As the tournament continues, that debate will remain just as compelling as the action on the course itself.